As I'm sure you are aware and you've witnessed multiple times, Donald Trump has been relentlessly attacking Chris Christie, not just as a political opponent, but as a person, his appearance, very personally, in very vile and childish ways. And Chris Christie has responded and is using it as an opportunity to taunt Trump and mock him, trying to get him to show up to the debate going on later this month that Trump seems not super excited about showing up to because he is afraid. Now, before getting to Chris Christie, as a reminder of the types of things Trump has been saying about Chris Christie, here's this from a recent speech.
Who's good? No, Christie's, he's eating right now. He can't be bothered. Sir, please do not call him a fat pig. That's very disrespectful. Don't call him. See, I'm trying to be nice. Don't call him a fat pig. You can't do it. You can't do that.
So childish and low character. And then also just where does that get us? How does that at all fit into a meaningful discussion about why you would be a better leader than that individual, why they would be a worse leader, why their policies are worse, etc. It doesn't. And why people think that's admirable on the part of Trump, I have no idea. But then here is Chris Christie responding during a recent town hall to just generally the attacks from Trump.
He's got a lot to say when he's got a phone in his hand, posting something on social media. We're going to know what he's really made of if we see whether he shows up 2 weeks from tonight or not on that stage. Because I'll tell you one thing for sure. I will be there. And I am waiting for him, and then we'll answer him. Because where I grew up and the way I was raised was a man who has something to say to another man, comes up to him and looks him in the eye and says it to him. And a coward does the opposite. So we'll see if the coward shows up 2 weeks from tonight in Milwaukee, but I will be there.
Okay. And I do want to see Trump show up to Milwaukee for this Republican primary debate on Fox News. He really hasn't had this type of debate challenge before. I think Chris Christie on that stage with him really could risk humiliating him, which is why he's terrified. The other ones, what is DeSantis going to do? What is Tim Scott going to do necessarily? What is Nikki Haley? They kind of don't want to anger the MAGA people, so they're really soft on Trump, Vivek, any of them. But Chris Christie is not going to be soft, and Trump, especially within the GOP, is not used to that. And so it'd be great to see him taken to task on the stage. Now, as to what he's been saying about possibly showing up, because it is a big interest, this was one of the things he said recently about the debate.
Election is closed out. Nobody has even a chance. We've already defeated the Republicans. They're at 2 and 3 and 1. You know, they all want me to go, onto the debate stage. And I say, well, if we're at 71 and they're at 0, 1, 2, 3, some of them are at 4 or 5. I don't know. Does it really make a lot of sense? Does it really?
Okay. And then also this.
I mean, I have a problem with the debate for another reason. I wouldn't sign the pledge. Why would I sign a pledge? There are people on there that I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have certain people as, somebody that I'd endorse. So they want you to sign a pledge.
So making a bunch of excuses. I do think it's noticeable that he's scared, not just of debating or of engaging with the 1%, the 2% polling people, just of Chris Christie. I think Chris Christie terrifies him, and he is okay insulting him at a distance, but not to his face, because then Chris Christie could respond to his face. And the pledge he mentioned there, of course, is the Republican requirement to get on the debate stage that you sign a pledge saying you'll endorse whoever is the eventual nominee, which Chris Christie said he would take as seriously as Trump takes it, which is to say he won't take it seriously, but he'll sign it, but he won't endorse Trump if Trump ends up being the nominee. And so Trump, if he indeed does want to debate and does show up, signs the pledge, he's likely going to take it not very seriously, as we know.
If you're like me and you love the nostalgia of enjoying a bowl of cereal sometimes as an adult, check out our sponsor, Magic Spoon. Magic Spoon is the breakfast cereal with the crunchy, sweet goodness you love, but with 0 grams of sugar, more protein, and only 4 to 5 net carbs. So it's perfect if you're doing low carb, if you're doing keto, if you're like me and you just don't want to eat a bunch of sugar. Magic Spoon has delicious flavors to choose from: cocoa, fruity, frosted peanut butter, honey nut, cinnamon roll, birthday cake. My favorite is maple waffle. And right now they have limited edition spring flavors, strawberry milkshake, and peaches and cream. Sometimes you just feel like sitting down with a bowl of cereal. When the mood strikes, go for something with plenty of protein without all the sugar. If you don't love Magic Spoon as much as I do and our team does, Magic Spoon will refund all of your money, no questions asked. Go to magicspoon.com/Pacman, create a custom bundle, use the code Pacman for $5 off. The link is down below.